And now for another episode of The Epic Spartanburg.
It was early in the morning and there was nobody around, and we found a dog at the baseball field. We found this pit bull mix.
Not just tied up, but sort of wrapped around in his own chain, like strangling himself every time he tried to free himself.
Yeah, and he had pretty massive cut. Very kind, nice little dog.
Sure.
And we called animal control, and they said they'd be right there. But we said we had an adventure to go on.
I'm Ian. We're on my front porch in Hampton Heights. I've lived in Spartanburg for a long time, many years.
I'm Luke. I lived in Spartanburg for 5 years, and here we are in lovely Hampton Heights in Spartanburg.
Yep.
Ian's front porch.
Front porch.
Kind of exciting. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We did a walk on the train tracks through Spartanburg. It's about 2.5 miles or something like that. I don't know. I have to look at the map, but from this neighborhood here in Hampton Heights to a restaurant on the other side of town, where we had.
You spent a lot of time mapping that out, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
And I had seen that tunnel from the farmer's market and just had a burning desire to walk through it.
Yeah.
So basically, I tried to peer pressure Luke into going with me. And it worked.
Yeah, well, it seemed like a really cool kind of slightly verboten thing to do.
And in Hampton Heights, you get very familiar with the trains. I mean, they're going through all day and all night. I sleep right through them. They don't even bother me anymore. But when I first moved here, I heard them all. I knew the schedule well.
Yeah. I think that, like Ian was saying, we get so used to hearing the trains and seeing the trains and having the trains kind of disrupt our lives a little bit. I thought it'd be interesting to see it, see the see the town from that angle and get to, just kind of see things that not everybody else sees.
One train came. It came very early. It came at a point where we were opening up to a road, so it was very easy to get away from it and enjoy it at the same time. So.
Yeah. The most harrowing part of it for me was when we had encountered that train over by West Main Street. You were like, keep going. We want to keep it in the shot. And then we got to that trestle, which is the place where we had the most visibility. That's the place I was really worried about being seen by a lot of people. And that was just railroad ties. You could actually see through the bridge. Yeah, that was probably the scariest part for me.
The tunnel was awesome, though. The tunnel was fantastic. It turned out to be longer than I thought. As you start walking through it, you're like, oh, shit. If a train comes, it's going to be hard to get out of here.
Yeah.
So,
I was just worried that we'd run into some encampment down there where people would be pissed off that we had run into them.
But that wasn't the case at all?
That wasn't the case at all. It was cool. The echoes in there were amazing. Throughout this adventure, I felt it was kind of a rush, I think that it was kind of fun to take those risks and feel like it, I don't know if you can feel risky, but
childlike. I felt boyish, nervous, thrilled, excited, inspired, hungry. Are we doing a good job here? Is this what you're looking for? Very, very epic. And then, of course, eating at Ike's is always a bonus.
yeah.
Do you remember what you ate?
Breakfast, eggs, bacon, I think.
Yeah.
I wanted a PBR, but I could find nobody to join me. It was 8:30 in the morning.
I think, yeah, I had eggs and bacon and...
Did you do a dog?
I did have a turbo dog as well. A hot dog wrapped in bacon and deep fried.